Glory to your name, Father. We just praise you this morning with all of our hearts, with our hands, our bodies, and our songs, Lord. We lift up your name on high this morning, for there is none like you. You are the one. You are the only. God, our King, our Master. Father, as we're celebrating this morning,
let's go down, come on down. Oh, brothers, let's go down, down in the river to play. I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way. And who shall wear the shining crown? Oh Lord, show me the way. Oh sinners, let's go down, won't you come on down. Oh sinners, let's go down, down in the river to pray. I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way. Who shall wear that mighty crown? Good Lord, show us the way.
Conscious is not all that perfect and pure. The reality is that there's something in us from the moment we set out that we just know is not perfect and pure. And there's a sense in us that we want to become better. We want to become more who we were meant to be. So why does he go to Mary first? Because she could appreciate it. That's the heart of God, to go to the person who is so aware of that and make sure that they know it. What a beautiful thing that he would go to her of all people. But notice something else in the words we read. Who did he say that he wanted? Who did the angel say that you're to go tell? He sends her off to go tell who? Does that what say the disciples? And Peter. Isn't that interesting? Last I checked, I think Peter was one of the disciples. So what's the deal about go tell the disciples and Peter? Why? Because among them there was one who was struggling more deeply than any other in his own faults and failures. And it was who? Peter. He's the one who had just denied Jesus. He's the one who was so certain that I'll be there, and then as soon as things go bad, in fear, he hides away. And just as Jesus said, the rooster crows 3 times, or shouts out the 3 times, and he realizes and is reminded that he has utterly failed, just as his master told him he would. Jesus all along knew Peter had to have that moment. So who does he want to make sure? The heart of God was to make sure that, yes, the disciples, but make sure Peter. Peter needs to know it. And the heart of God this morning would say to us, and go to Heidi. Go to Larry. Go to Richard. Go there. He'd say to everyone, go to that person, and that part of that person who wonders inside if they can really live it out, who has failed utterly and wonders how God feels towards his failure. And God says, go. Just as he said to Mary, he called her by name. Now he names Peter. He wants every one of us, and he always has, to know that we need to be forgiven. We all long for that.